Hey guys, Eric and Jim here. We're going to talk about the Gotham Season 1 finale. Full spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, we're about to spoil it for you. If you're still with us, let's go. Jim, this whole season, we've had a lot of sort of issues with Gotham. What did you think of the season finale?
Oh, it sucked. I'm sorry. I should say something, a little bit more clarified, a little better than that, but it really was one of the worst episodes this season, and I'm a huge Batman fan.
Yeah.
And I was really rooting for this show, but my God, they really are just making this up as they go. I mean, this episode had so many WTF moments, particularly, I think, with the Barbara Keene character.
Yeah.
She is, I know this is hyperbole, but I'm going to say it. She is probably the worst character in television right now. They have no idea what to do with her. She is all over the map. She starts off as the loving girlfriend and then goes into a relationship with Montoya that goes nowhere. And now she's crazy woman who killed her parents.
Yeah.
And then she ends up getting her head bashed in by Marina Baccarin's Dr. Tompkins. I'm like, where the hell is this going?
Yeah, I think I actually didn't dislike it as much as you, but I also had huge issues with it. And a lot of the characters just seem very reacting in the moment, and there's no through line to them. So Selena, obviously they want to establish she's got a dark side, that she could go down a darker path than Bruce, and her, killing this guy, which was done, though it wasn't done like in a...
The one out the window.
Yeah, out the window. That was just, it wasn't done like I'm just going to kill someone. It was done like I'm going to punish him. But then she's
protecting themselves
protecting them. But then she's willing to let Gordon die, and she's just like, I'm here because it's cool.
Look,
I was like,
you got a new hairdo, and that's apparently everything just goes downhill from there.
Apparently,
I love that, Fish Mooney comes back into town and gets a whole new gang of Morlocks or whoever the hell they were. What's the first thing? Makeovers, everyone.
Yeah.
You got to get the hairdo, everything. It was...
And she was shot last time we saw her.
And she was shot
which
by
was
a sniper rifle flying a helicopter.
Yeah.
And then just shake it off 2 weeks later. Let's go warm our hands, meet Selena Kyle, and start a new gang.
And Matt Fowler, who reviews the show for us, made a good point about Falcone having this big, you know what? I'm going to take off, is so inconsistent with the fact that in the middle of the season, he murdered this girl and, was so I'm not leaving, I'm staying, and all this. And then it's one bad day.
Yeah. All right, so, a couple of gunshots for a big mafioso and he can't handle it. Also the fact that the last struggle between Fish and Penguin on the rooftop was hilarious to me. I was laughing because it's that cliche, which one do I shoot? Which one do I shoot?
I did like that he shot them both. I did. I will give him that. I thought that was a fun way out.
He's indecisive.
He's indecisive. He's like, all right, I'm just going to shoot them both.
Yeah. Usually just save that for when there's an evil double and you can't tell. What did you think of Fish's demise? And I mean, that whole thing just... First of all, let's all get together and meet in one place.
Yeah.
Monologue as the guys are hanging there. We could have clearly just killed them by now.
So Fish dies, although in a slightly inconclusive way. She could maybe come back because there's no body. And also, I think Gotham is just tonally an odd show because they're, I think they know that they want to do this out of time thing and old timey references, and certainly I think they know when they're being heightened, but they don't nail it. When Penguin gets up there and is screaming, I'm the king of Gotham.
Yeah, he's got his Titanic moment.
You gotta say, I'm sure they know that's a big over-the-top moment, but there's a way to do that still is we're having fun, and there's their way, which is awkward, and they're just
well, how about the suddenly, it turns into a John Woo movie when he goes to save Falcone. I kept waiting for a white dove to fly through the room or something.
Yeah, it's all over the map. And then we should talk about Bruce at the end, and he discovers the Batcave.
I mean, he kept... Though I did laugh at the line, my father was a stoic.
Right.
Really? Your kids talk like that?
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, what does this do then? Okay, you're 10 years old, and now you basically have discovered that everything that you're going to need to one day become Batman.
Yeah.
I think the show could have worked better had, okay, you start with the murder, but then you jump ahead. Now he's 15, 16.
Right.
He's coming home from school. He's not working out in school. And then now you're just a couple of years away
Yeah.
from him becoming Batman. And now it's just like, what is everyone just going to spin their wheels for the next 10, 15 years between him and Riddler and everything?
I think at this point, like, really they have to kind of just go completely off canon, which I will say again, one of the few things I did like in the finale was them killing Maroni, because it was a big surprise. And it's like, okay, so Maroni can't scar Harvey Dent. Maybe this is the point where the show can be like, let's just go down a completely different direction.
So do you think maybe then Barbara Keene is going to end up becoming like some sort of proto-supervillain?
I mean, Fowler was even saying, hell, you could just make her Harley Quinn, you know? It's like, instead of Dr. Harley and Quinzel. Again, we know that's completely changing the comics, but maybe that's what's best for the show at this point. It's just, this is an Elseworlds.
And maybe she helps. I mean, they have kind of hinted that over the next season we're going to see more about how the Joker came to be. What if she is the reason why the Joker becomes who he is?
Yeah, if she's locked up and maybe she meets, I don't know. You know
Hey, I found some white paint.
Right.
You know? I'm curious, though, about how come nobody said, either Gordon or Leslie Tompkins said, you know, when she's like, you know, I'll do it if I'll get therapy if you'll be my therapist. Of just saying, like, kind of huge conflict of interest here.
That just
in your ex-boyfriend.
that just didn't come up. In Gotham, people have a very small world, and they all cross paths. So that is our thoughts on the Gotham finale. Not our favorite comic book TV show right now.
I'm so disappointed in it.
It's hard not to be, because it's a world that is so awesome that we've seen be so great. So
one last quick question before we wrap it up. The Discovery in the Batcave. Do you think we're going to find out maybe Thomas Wayne was like an early version of Batman?
I think if not a costumed hero, maybe he was doing something to help protect the city.
Or he's got like another den like the ogre had.
Right. He was also a serial killer, So let us know what you think. We had some pretty big disappointments here with Gotham's finale, but we know that there's some big fans of the shows out there too. If so, tell us why in the comments. If you have issues with it, let us know in the comments. For all things Gotham, for all things Batman and DC, keep it here at IGN.